Most ads fail not because the product is bad and not because the ad isn't spending enough money. It's because Meta isn't learning from you calling out to your ideal customer. In this video, I'm going to show you one client and two ads and the difference between them. One did okay, the other one is absolutely smashing it. And I'm going to show you how they did it with one tiny little change the client had to do. Let's get into it. But before that, I want to show you into my free community where you can learn Facebook advertising done correctly. This is my school community where we have nearly 5,000 members asking questions every single day about where they are with their Facebook ads and what's causing them headaches, bottlenecks, and problems. Above that, we have our classroom, which has our masterclass in it. In here, I've got a Facebook ads masterclass, perfect for 2026 post Andromeda. All you need to do is log in, work through these steps, and you will be ready to run successful Facebook ads. So click the link below and sign into the school today. Let's get back to these winning ads. So let's just give you a little bit of context on who this client is. They are a reading tutor based here in the UK who are running ads to a UK market. But before that, they spent the last 5 years in the UAE teaching the same thing they're teaching now, which is reading. But their client base back in the UAE was expats. So they were calling out to expats to help them because they're looking for English people or American people who are living in the United Emirates and they want help with their child's reading. Since coming back to the UK, they have been calling out in the same way with their advertising. And that's absolutely fine. But as we're seeing the results come in, which weren't too bad, and as we were having feedback from the client, we were seeing that there was a difference between how they were calling out over in the UAE and how they're calling out to the UK. And there's a bit of a misunderstanding. And all we've done is changed our hook, which has changed the ads for a positive. So let's just dive into an ad account and see what we've been doing here. So this is a completely simple setup of an ad account. We're only spending $20 a day, £20 a day, and it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. So we have got our one campaign, and inside a campaign, we've got our 3 ad sets. Now, there is only one live at the moment, and that's the new ad set of the new hook. But we had another ad set just down here. So if I just change the date and we go to the maximum, you can see here that brought in 27 leads. Now, of those 27 leads, they actually closed some good business off that, and the client actually made over 5,000 in the last 30 days, which is absolutely brilliant. But we always want to make this better. So their lead cost here was $14.99, but we also saw a decline in the quality of the leads. Not so much from, they weren't bots, that was absolutely fine, but just from the fact that because of our call out to expats, we're finding that the people coming on just weren't the right type of people. They just weren't qualified enough from that point of view. So we sat down with the client, we thought, okay, so why are we still speaking and calling out to expats who are the parents? And it was because of the history back in the UAE. So we said, but if someone's in the UK, does it specifically need to be an expat? And she was like, well, not necessarily, but my school community is all expats. So, you know, in her head, she's thinking expats, 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 which is completely fine. But a school community is going to attract expats because it's a worldwide school community that anyone can have access to. And they're going in there as an expat. And that's a nice little niche for people to be attracted to that school community. But from an advertising point of view to the UK market, expats is just confusing the ideal customer who's coming in. We're hitting the nail on the head by really, really niching it out, okay? Because if our ad says, are you an expat parent who's looking for reading tutoring for your child to get them up to the next level, then the only person who's going to see that ad and pay attention to it is the expat. But what we questioned is how many people in the UK are going to be expats who are British. They're not, because they're only an expat when you've left the UK to go to somewhere like UAE. So when you're calling out to an expat over here, you're getting the wrong individuals coming in because there are people who've traveled from another country to come and live in England and they're now expats. So the people that were coming onto the calls just weren't the right demographic. The client noticed this and we thought, right, we've got to change the way it is. So what we decided to do was to scrap the expat and just call out to the parents of children who are wanting to learn how to read and go up by 2 grades at school. So we did just that. So let's jump back into the ad account and let's have a look at the first video and the second video and the only changes that we made. So let's start off with the first video where we're calling out to expats here. And you can see we've labeled this expats and then we've labeled the other one parents. From a setup point of view, this is going completely Advantage Plus, which means we're keeping it completely open to the whole of the UK. We've got no other demographics or interests on here, no lookalikes, nothing like that, keeping it completely open. So when we go into this ad, let's have a look at the video that we had previously. So simple video, simple messaging, okay? So we're gonna pay attention to what is said on the video. So if we let's go and play that video now.
Expat parents, do you have a child in reception or year 1 and you want them to jump up to 2 reading levels in as little as 12 weeks, but right now you feel they're struggling and they are falling behind? If so, click the link below and we can have a chat about how I can help them jump up to 2 reading levels and feel confident in all subjects. Speak to you soon.
So a really nice, simple, following a script. She's using something, an app on her phone, so she's able to read it, but it doesn't look like she's reading. So really, really good job there. Now you'll notice right at the beginning, what did we say?
Expat parents, do you have a child in reception or year 1 and you want them to jump up to 2 reading levels in as little as 12 weeks?
So there's our hook. We are calling out to the parents with the child who wants to jump up 2 grades. That is our call out, absolutely fine. But we are starting it with expats. If we go to the next one, exactly the same setup, all we've done is duplicate the particular ad set, come through into the ad, and let's have a look at this video. We put some text overlay over here. I can help your child jump up 2 reading levels in just 12 weeks. And let's listen to the video.
Parents, do you have a child in reception?
So we've just started off with parents.
Parents, do you have a child in reception or year 1 and you want them to jump up to 2 reading levels in as little as 12 weeks, but right now you feel they might be struggling? If so, click the link below and we can have a chat about how I can help your child jump up to 2 reading levels in as little as 12 weeks and them to feel confident in all subjects. Speak to you soon.
So there is only a very, very slight difference in the wording. We've started off parents rather than expats, and we've also just put over some text overlay on top of the ad here. And this particular ad was turned on yesterday. Of the 5 leads that have come through, 3 leads have already been booked into a call. So we're already seeing very, very good statistics coming from this. The other important part to mention is that our lead cost from going very niche here, calling out to expats, we were paying still a pretty good lead cost, $14.99, but we noticed the quality just wasn't right. But still, we did still close 5 out of the 27 into paying clients, which is still a brilliant return on investment. The client did around about 5,000, just over 5,000. We spent 404 on ads. But this one, 5 forms filled at only £6 per form fill. The fact that we've already booked 3 calls, that means we are qualified because those calls are already being booked. We are very excited about this one. Very, very simple changes that we've had to make to get vastly different results. So I know at a level like this, $14.99 is still completely doable. 6 is better. So we're going to get double the amount of leads. If those leads book calls and convert better, we're going to make more money out of one simple change. Looking at our audience call out and deciding, do we want to call out to very niche expats, or do we want to call out to more of the UK market of parents who just want to get their child to a 2nd grade in reading? And that is all we've done and changed. And it could completely change the game for our clients. So if you are running ads and you are seeing high costs for your leads, or you're seeing the quality not coming through, have you gone too niche? Is there a way that you could go a little bit broader, but not too broad so that you're still making the quality dip again? But just simple little changes at the beginning hooks of your videos could change your ads forever. Go and try it, and I'll see you on the next one.